Hello and welcome to Mosport, north of the border here in Canada for the race number 8 here for the 2008 NRSL Coconut Cup Series season. And joining me in the booth not only is Stephen Paul III, but also Austin LaPlante.
Hello, guys.
Good afternoon.
So on the front row for this one today will be the 18 of Henry Williams, and with credit for the pole of this duel will be Max Anderson, which will lock JT Bryant into the field automatically. Derek Hamill will start alongside Kira Arenthate in row 2, with Delon Ebrahimian and Johnny Gardner row 3, Zach Rogers, William Brock row 4, and Peter Onjak and Alger Baranowskis in row number 5. Here's the rest of the starting grid as I hand over to Austin and Steven for their thoughts and predictions.
I'll let Austin go first.
Thank you again, Stephen. Yes, Canadian Tire, very interesting racetrack with 10 turns. And the most famous corner I probably have ever seen is the Moss corner, 5A, B, and C, with almost like a half a square, the left side of the left corner. So it should be interesting. It's gonna be interesting if they're gonna be side by side and able to manage exiting 5B.
How much time they got?
You got 20 seconds still.
20 seconds. Mary Shelley has won the inaugural race. Is she in this duel? I don't think so. Is she?
No, she'll be in
No,
duel
she's in
2.
the next one. The Pollets have won the last 2 races here, so look for one of them to be strong. And 87 looks like he's going to be pretty good. As I hope I don't talk about the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
You did not, but I couldn't say anything right away. Otherwise, I would have. So, Field will get ready.
Right there.
Field will go ahead and get ready to roll off as
screwed up my
Pollard is starting on the final row, trying to make his Mosport debut. That one we didn't get mentioned.
Yeah. So Chop 18. So the winners, the biggest upset probably in the Coke Vanillas history. What the heck's the guy in the 13 car? I can't
Ethan
think.
Keiderman.
Ethan Keiderman, he pulled off one of the biggest upsets last weekend, so we'll see what happens.
We said he started 35th. We realized after the fact we were looking at happier, so that was fun. That was a good job on us.
Yeah. As you see where the skid marks are, that's going to be depth. This is almost like a full race here, so these guys are going to get a lot of lap time experience at the track.
Yep, and we will have at least one pit stop as the green flag is out. We're underway here for the duels.
18, black flag for sure.
You know,
that wasn't meant as a joke. That's very seriously. He jumped that restart horribly bad.
Yeah, and the bad part is I don't think NR knows what to do with that.
That's a black flag. That's Kyle Snoski bad right there.
As we'll see if Henry Williams gives the spot back or not, or if he ends up getting black flagged for that.
He definitely will get black flagged for that.
And it'll be ignoring it.
That wasn't even close. That was 30 feet jumping.
As Field comes up to the right-hander.
Anderson got it.
2x2.
Into the Mario Andretti strip.
Right. Into the grass.
Yep. As we're looking at top 17 to lock in, right?
It'll be top 17 other than the 87. So while the 87 is up at the front, we will be looking at the top 18.
Yep, so the winners in this duel are the 13, and I believe that's it, isn't it? And the 78, right? 84,
87, and it was the 87 and the, the 78. Yeah, the 87, 78, 13 were in this duel.
And am I in this duel? I don't think so.
No.
No? Okay. So,
Wait,
yeah,
yes you are, never mind. So the 84 as well. So there's 4 of them in this duel.
Better than just 2 and 6 like last week.
Mm-hmm. So we're up to 4 and 3 now in the duels. There's 3 of them in the other one, 4 in this duel.
So I think how it works is the highest finishing of both of them get locked in, right? As the William Brock almost dies.
It's the 2 highest in points that didn't race in.
Oh, didn't race in? Oh, okay, that's how we do it. All right.
That was the easiest way to do it, considering how it was the first time we started that.
And how low Keiderman and Shelley are in the points, and Mark.
That was William Brock with contact to the 07 of Peter Onjak as he went by.
Yeah, like I was saying, with how low Keiderman, Turner, Mark George, and Shelley, this could get very interesting if higher people in the points don't race in.
Well, Mark George is important because he's got the past champion, so he is locked in on that.
And they are going to die right here. The 07's about to take out the 96 right there. And Gardner racing hard with Brock.
Well, so far, all 30 cars are still running.
Somehow, as the 25's in the dirt again, and he almost goes into the invisible pit wall.
Well, thankfully he didn't.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
We've seen that so far at one point. Henry
we
Williams,
have.
though, apparently not black flagged for the start, so that's a miracle in itself.
Of course, the Kyle Busch car doesn't get black flagged. Favoritism. No, okay.
Max Anderson, though, has gone into second. Kira Ehrenthal third. Derek Hamill in fourth. Delana Bohemian is in fifth. And currently the transfer spot is the 70 of Matt Dixon.
Yep, and Sky Collins has to race his way in. Not on the top 42 list, so he'll hopefully get by the 70 there.
Well, he's going to have to try and get by the 70.
Never mind, I'm a dumbass. The 38 is top 38 points.
I was just going off it. I didn't even
I can tell you the 29 is definitely
yeah,
not
he's
top
27th.
points. Yeah.
So he has a way of racing in if he doesn't
Yeah.
race in.
So Jersey Turner, who can use a winner's row right now, but he's pretty low. He's the last guy to get on it, so he needs to boost that performance up a little bit.
Currently 21st. Needs to get up past the 70 if he's going to get in. But there's been a wreck. Williams Rock,
big
Johnny
wreck.
Gardner, Chris Wilson.
The invisible wall. It's head for the invisible wall.
Oh God,
Kenny
the commentator's
Moma
jinx
as
right
well.
there. You'll be seeing it on side by side.
Yep. Chris Wilson, his day is done.
Wow, and Chris Wilson, another provisional use. Man, he's gonna run out soon.
That is going to be the 5th that he's used this season.
He's got 3 left. Damn.
Now, to be fair, he will get another one in a couple races. This is race 8. Actually, he'll get one after Infineon.
Yeah, but that means he's only got 4. Man, Wilson has struggled bad. Somebody flying in the dirt back there.
I think that might have been Derek Hamill, in all honesty.
Well, that's going to widen the transfer spot open for some people right here. The 22 is definitely going to be, well, he's the points leader. Of course he's locked in.
Yeah,
so
he will
that-
race. So that just means that there's going to be 4 spots now left to get in on points. If Chris,
Yep.
that is, if Mark George can't race his way in.
And also something I forgot to mention that the final corner, as known as White's Corner, has struck again, and especially the Truck Series in real life.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. The winners are not doing too well. Aaron Thane, Pollard, and the 41 are all outside the top 18 right now.
Brett Moma with issues, apparently. There's Henry Sanford in 30.
Oh,
Oh, Tiderman!
In the tires.
Well, well, you're going to need
And
to
we're
thank
playing
George
with
Apple.
damage. The 46 on pit lane.
Yeah.
Man, Robert might have a shot, actually.
It's certainly looking that way. Gardner
Henry
is
Williams.
out in the 25, so that means he will not race.
So, you sure you don't want to try my track I-9 changes, Charles?
He might try for the race. Who knows? As Henry Williams will come up on the 22 now.
Gardner's out. That's a DNQ right there.
Trying to make sure that Wilson doesn't run into someone.
So pretty much Kiterman is out of the. Well, he's not out of it yet. I'm not gonna say yet, but it's looking pretty bleak for him.
Battle between Baranowskis and
Seth
Seth Cole.
Died.
Yeah.
Damn car.
Damn, did it?
Again.
Oh God. Oh God, Jesus, that was brutal right there. Seth put some moves on Baranowskis.
As gonna make the move completes the move. That's for 8th spot there on the racetrack now for the CarQuest Chevy.
Damn, man. And Jackie Tank survived, and Matt Dixon was 18th. He's up to 11th.
And currently in the 18th spot is the 84.
I'm telling you, that was the best wreck ever.
Well, he was in the 18th spot. Now it's Logan York in the 02.
Yeah, actually the Chicagoland Pulsar, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So he's up here. White, he's pretty high in the points. That is not what people below in the bottom 20s the points wanted to see.
Ty Pollard right now is in 20th.
And Ty Pollard is becoming a DQ machine. Taco Bell on the 34. The 34 actually got sponsorship. Holy crap!
Currently in 21st after starting 29th in the race.
Apparently Sam's been looking to take Baranowskis, been looking for the 34 all race.
And Stephen Paul III making the move on the 47.
Now that is definitely a car we do not want to make contact with.
Amy Shelley also in that battle, and Logan York might try and find a way around him for 17.
So pretty much if the 78 or the 84 don't race in, that's going to eliminate Kyderman in the 13.
I don't like this.
Oh, Jesus. I don't like this either.
Logan York gonna make the move on the 47, makes it
Way
work.
out there for us.
As Gene goes wide.
The Intimidator, Brandon Ash, pushes Gene Sanford off. Oh,
And
God.
nearly contact from the 02 to the 78.
The 12 is also outside the top 18. He's pretty high in the points. Man, this is going to be a rough D&Q race.
I'm sure you're loving the idea of that, though.
Oh, yeah. As the 02 car is trying their... it's Amy in the 70. Amy won it, but she's been pretty much struggling. I mean, it's not surprising. It's a Furniture Row car pre-Joe Gibbs, so... Yeah, well, we're in the 2008 season. No, that's just swirling rumors for about the next 10 years.
True.
Anyway,
Shelley
still have the-
ran a little bit wide. That's going to open the door. Well, not going to open the door for the 02, but Gene Sanford now following the 02 close behind. Going to try and find a way around. That would be for 17.
Now, we still have that pit stop. The people who pitted for damage, they're going to be in good spot maybe to get into the transfer spot, so we got to look up for that.
Well, that's assuming they can make it the rest of the way from where they pit.
Yes, this is almost like the full, like, Hooters length. So, like I said, a lot of guys who are rookies like York and some of the guys that are Rick Turner, they're definitely getting a lot of track experience, but if you DNQ the race, that's not going to really help with track experience.
I mean, you still get track experience in that race, too.
Yeah, that's true. Making up the laps here. Sky Commons, he's had a lot. I believe he's been in all the Mosport races before. He's trying to not avoid his first mishap.
We've ran 3, to my knowledge.
Yes.
So
Mary Shelley won the first one, and then the Pollets have dominated the last 2.
So there's actually several drivers who have made every single Mosport race.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice track. This has probably been a good steeple in the Cup Series, and it'll definitely be on for seasons to come right here.
As Sky Con's going to run wide, that might open the door for Jackie Tang in the 50.
I just vote one day we run the 2003 version.
As Stephen Paul III makes the move on the 41 as well.
A pair of winners right here battling here. That's always a good feeling to say, isn't it?
Gene Sanford has fallen back to the 34. There is a battle for the transfer spot. There was.
Oh, shit! He's gonna save it! Is Paul gonna save? Let's save!
And Sky Commons on pit lane. I will say this. I had edited it enough to be able to make that work. I know that much.
I'm telling you, Stephen Paul, this is why he's been a wheelman since season 1. What a save. Holy crap, I can't believe he hang on to that.
Jackie
We're gonna need a new
Tang able to
camera.
make the move stick for 11th, passing Fitzwater.
Man, I'm gonna need a new can of Red Bull after that one.
And now, can Amy Shelley do anything with the damaged 41 car?
And 84. Logan York, the Intimidator, here he comes.
I swear, I pictured the turn much more straight the way the wall was angled.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna go be flying like Cole Deaver did last season here, but that didn't end up happening to us.
They were lucky to have both gotten the wall.
Yeah, I think we used some of that Energizer power to not hit the
Nice
tire.
move by the 78.
Very hard.
Beautiful move there for Amy Shelley to pass Jesse Turner, and Logan York going to try and follow through.
Well, you see right there, Amy is the veteran, and Turner is the rookie, and he definitely got schooled right there. So Turner's got some lessons to learn. Oh, this ain't gonna end well. Oh, maybe.
Well, Logan York will clear him. Stephen Paul III has caught the 29 apparently.
That's how bad the 29's been this year. The damaged 84 has caught the back of the 29 car.
Seth Cole on pit lane, as well as Zach Rogers in the 19.
We will not mention the sponsor of the 19 due to child reasons.
Oh, you mean Hancock?
Well, we weren't going to.
Well, yes.
I'm sorry. Only time I was
That's definitely a hard situation to get into. But anyways, the one car we're seeing on the track here.
Delon Everhemian comes into this one. They are 43rd in the points, so they do have to race their way in. Currently in 3rd.
Talking about a hard season right there for sure.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was going to be the Larry McReynolds. Yeah, Larry McReynolds with this, but who cares now?
Well, the trends show that it's not going to rain. I can tell you that much.
It's Steven's Darren.
Jesse Turner has re-overtaken Logan York for 15th.
So I'm guessing Charles is Jeff Gordon then?
No.
As Amy Shelley going to close in on the 84 of Stephen Paul III. This is the battle for 13th.
Yep, and it looks like some pit stops might be coming soon.
Amy Shelley will pit.
She's going to blink on the pit road there. Nobody hits the pit wall, at least.
Now, a lot of people actually pitting.
All
Stephen Paul III is the only one to actually stay out.
That's
yeah. We're waiting for the caution. Oh, wait.
Yeah, we're on a road course.
Yeah.
As this should be Henry Williams exiting the pit lane first easily.
Now, if they do decide to black flag him, 19th will move up. So we'll see what happens as here comes the one car off pit road.
1 is third, 37 going to be fourth.
Like how that.
There's Zach Rogers on his undercut's going to actually overtake the 00.
Yeah, that's about what it got him right there as the field kind of spreading out, but still interesting for sure.
Well, we'll have the pit strategy, see where people kind of sort through, and then should hopefully see some comers or goers.
Man, it's going to take an hour to clean all the dust off the track that drivers be kicking off.
As Henry Williams coming up towards the double right-hander.
I don't believe, as the 18 number one in the Coca-Cola Cup Series?
It has won some points races, yes.
It's been a while since they've been competitive. The 87 won a couple races ago. The one car, yeah, they won last season, I believe.
Yeah.
If they hadn't won last season, Louvier did win for him back in season 3.
That's right, Louvier won a couple races. Louvier really does good at performance, but you know what? The 43 car just sucks.
As Ebrahimian over the back bumper of that 87. Remember, the 87 does not matter where he finishes as long as he keeps the car in one piece.
Yeah, the one car trying to prevent that right there.
Well, we'll see how much Anderson wants to fight this. As the 84 is on pit lane.
Nope. Oh my God.
Well, the Delano, he was trying to be the Jonathan Zorline of the series again.
Should extended his stop for damage repair.
Yeah, we got to fix that side of that car.
Sky Commons going to make a move on Baranowskis now.
Yep, these two had a little better rivalry throughout the season. See how they doing right here, side by side. Oh, 38 tried the outside. That was almost death.
He tried it.
Somebody off in the grass.
No, that's just the way that they've ran that corner.
There's the little tower right there. There's some RVs. There's the cameraman right there.
As looks like Skycom's going to try and set up the move, possibly off the double right-hander here. Or Matt Dixon's going to make the move, one or the other.
Yeah, I think we should get more runoff areas of the track. Oh, God, somebody off again.
Is that Fitzwater?
Yeah, it's Fitzwater. He lost some time on the pit stops.
Seth Cole going to make a move on Peter Onjak now in the 07.
Yeah, Peter has started to bait a few races, so here he comes. And Seth Lowe!
And Seth deciding to try and use up the rookie there.
Yeah, Seth's just showing like why he's the veteran of the series right here, but he hasn't won like 80 races, so he needs to go back to school himself a little bit.
Well, he's the former truck champion, though, so he does have that going for him.
Yeah, Bakey Louvier almost won a truck race, so.
Holy
time
crap.
out!
Jeffrey White is out as well.
Man,
so we're down to 22 cars running in this race.
Yeah, sending out this points race.
Yes, I mean, it's definitely been interesting. Last season, we only had about 6 retirements in the whole Cup race, so definitely drivers a little running more ballsy, a little rookie mistakes this year.
That is for sure. As Henry Williams got back up into the race lead, it's Anderson second, Delon Ebrahimi in third, Aaron Thade, Zach Rogers, Derek Hamill, Seth Cole. Onjax runs wide. That's going to open the door for Baranowskis now. Battle for 8th. Currently in the transfer spot is the 34 of Sam Young.
They battling right here. I mean, all they got to do is just keep the cars on the track and they'll be in the race.
Well, I mean, within reason, there are still 4 drivers who will go, who will not race their way in from this.
So the 84, who else is below in the
so it's the 12, the 84, the 41, and the 46.
So the 41 would be out of the field. Well, not technically. Well, yeah, he would actually be out. The 13 still has a shot, and Pollard would be on thin ice too.
Well, the 84. Well, the 84 would have had to fall back. Yeah, the 41 would have been out because the 84 and the 13 would have had to fall back. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, Jesse Turner's having a little bit of struggles this year.
Well, Turner, remember, also had the damage, so he and Pollard both had damage. That's why they are back there. Although, I say that, Pollard... Actually, sorry, Flickinger just got around Sam Young on the racetrack for 18th at some point there.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. So the 12 car's in a transfer spot right now.
Currently, yes.
And that's
battling with the 7 as well. Both of the 12 and the 34 go wide. 84 able to keep on course. Is 4 seconds back right now.
Well, remember, the 84 car's got fresh tires, too.
Well, technically all of them do, but 84 is one lap fresher than anyone else in the field.
And that's a big advantage there. Even one lap does mean something.
As let's see what Sam can do here with the 12. Sam Young has no other way of making this field other than racing his way in.
Very wide off that corner.
Huh?
Said very wide.
Fitzwater, Jackie Tang right up here. This is the battle for 12th.
Yeah,
and that's what I was talking about with the dirt that's being kicked up there. It's just the drivers running. Although, that said...
So, you know what? Also, we're going to Sonoma next week, and that's going to be, oh my lord, it's going to be a piss-long-ass race. So, these guys definitely getting a lot of experience for next week. 48 laps at Sonoma, plus the dual ring. So, definitely helping, even if the guys DQ'd to go to that weekend.
Meanwhile, this looks like it's going to be the best battle on track. Amy Shelley going to get a run on Fitzwater.
Yep, down the inside right here. The 05 car will be back next week, and I could almost confirm
yes. Because it is Infineon next week, the 05 will return. So they've taken a 2-week hiatus, so hoping to just kind of consolidate their efforts and hopefully make a race.
Well, even though they took 2 weeks off, the 75 still hasn't beat them yet, so that's just a moral victory.
True. I almost thought someone was on pit lane because of how much dust I had seen off the turn 5. But
well, nobody's out of the race that I could see. So.
Yeah, no one knows, so
I
thankfully.
think the 83 crashed with the 16, that's why.
That might have been what it was, but things starting to kind of space out a little bit. Adam Flickinger apparently definitely had a faster car than Sam Young.
For sure.
As Fitzwater and Amy Shelley, the battle raging on for 13th right now. And Fitzwater is going to run wide.
It's his left side's in the dirt. Right
Logan
there.
York
pretty
as
much,
well.
Pretty much everyone does that.
Gene Sanford put a couple wheels off, trying to make a move on the 02. Here comes Gene Sanford in that Kingsford Toyota.
Yep, down the inside of York right here. These two had a good battle, Chicago and the Duels, and now in the back of the field here. Oh, Gene a little loose right there. Oh, God. Keep it on the track, guys.
And they will. Gene going to try and hold it through here for the right-hand turn now.
Oh, don't turn it, York. You'll be banned.
Seth Cole on pit lane.
Oh,
boy.
With 2 laps to go, the 5 could not make it.
Oh, boy.
Man,
and
no wonder why
that is going to move Sam Young back into the transfer spot.
And Sam Young was not top 42 in points, so that's definitely what Sam Young wanted.
So now, with 2 laps to go, that presents fuel as a possible issue for the race leaders.
Well, Henry Williams should win the race anyway, so if he pits, I wouldn't feel bad.
Yeah, just at this point, you shouldn't pit. I mean, I've seen past races where, why would you pit on the white flag lap? Coming to the white flag lap.
Well, we've seen it happen.
I've seen, but of course, it's seen weirder. I haven't seen that all in races, but yeah.
I've seen it happen where they pick coming to the checkered flag.
Yeah, well, that's
Well, NR is not a program race sometimes. The 19 is going to stay 00.
Yeah, that tells me that I think everyone's going to have enough fuel, although 47 lost a lot. Someone lost some ground here. Oh, it's the 78. That's who I'm thinking of lost ground. 78 even lost a position there to the 29.
That might cost Seth Cole a shot in the field, but we will see. A long
Sky
time.
Commons
Oh,
on pit lane in the 38. And that is going to move the 84 into the top 18.
Oh, you hate to see the 12 car pitted too.
Did he? The 7 and the 12.
Who's that?
That
Who's
means
that?
the 41 is currently in.
Man, did somebody pay the 40? Did the 41 pay the 12?
What is going on late in this one?
It's too late at night for this.
As getting ready to come through the final set of corners, Henry Williams looks like he will hold on for the dual win. Anderson's going to come home second and keep the pole, or at least the front row starting spot.
He jumped the restart and cheated, but off the corner, just like Joe Gibbs in real life. Henry Williams is going to win.
Max Anderson second, Delon Ebrahimian third. It is going to be Aaron Thaden fourth. Zach Rogers going to come across for fifth. Here comes Hamill for sixth. Baranowskis, Onjak, Dixon, the top 9. Jackie Tang in 10th. Fitzwater, Shelley, let's see. The O2 gets 14th. Sam Young 15th.
One more spot.
That's 17th. And Seth Cole gets the final transfer spot.
Wow.
Where did LaPlante pit? He must have.
No. I'm right there.
Well, he either pit or he was so far back that he didn't actually gain spots out of it.
Sky Commons, well, actually, no. Sky Commons will wait out 7, man. A lot of guys high in the points are below. This is going to get interesting.
So the drivers who do not race their way in will be Sky Commons, Henry Sanford, Adam Flickinger, Austin LaPlante, Tyne Pollard, Jeffrey White, Ethan Keiderman, Brett Moma, William Brock, Chris Wilson, Johnny Gardner, and Kenny Moma. We do know that the 22 will race out of that group, so there is that.
It's going to be a house call for the 25, the 10, the 13, and the 96, it looks like.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. The 13 has another way of has 2 ways of actually getting in.
Yeah, that's true. And man, if he gets in from 40th in points, that
would be 39th
interesting.
actually.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. But I can guarantee the 10, the 25, the 96 are out.
So with that, we will take the break from Mosport for a moment, and then we'll bring you back for for duel number 2 right after this.
Drivers, start your engines!
Command has been given for duel number 2. The field getting ready to roll off here.
After the creating we saw the first one, we'll see what happens with this one.
I'm going to try that without your mouth full.
I'm just seeing some of those Lay's chips. I mean, we're sponsored by Dish Network, so I got to bring out the chips.
Oh, that's Roush. It's sponsored by Dish Network.
Yes.
As showing you the field of cars that will take to the track here for duel number 2 and their schemes for this race.
Yep, and they're all looking good. So hopefully no one hits the pit wall in this race.
As green flag is out, a better start there for the pole sitter this time around.
So this is why the 18 should be disqualified.
And it's going to be Rob Evans, Marcus Ambrose battling for second as they come through turn number 1.
Marcus Ambrose actually being competitive? Wow.
Trying to battle around the outside there of Evans is not going to go the 9's way.
Yeah, so we saw a big wreck on lap 1. Oh, God, they're running a little more aggressive.
Door banging between the 17 and the 40 there.
For sure, right there. As battling off the corner is the 40 car, and he's going to sail it in there.
And Nelson going to keep it on track.
For now, as the 2-car pull there. 15 cars.
That's because Evans ran wide, and so it's going to be Alexander Rowe making a move for second possibly.
Yep, and Rowe trying to get down to the inside here as he's going to try to peek on the 09. Watch out for this corner. It might be death.
A little bit of a lag spike. It's Nelson and
Whoa.
Ambrose battling for the fourth position, actually.
Well, Ambrose lifted because if they didn't, they would have made the corner as whoa.
Ambrose
God,
to the pit lane on lap 1. Oh, we got trouble.
Spin on the front straightaway. 30.
Jack
27,
Halleck and
Oh, somebody's
that
the
is
wall.
Cole Deaver.
33, 48, and 45. I also saw.
Well, 48's off the track some more.
And Dylan
Where's
Young
Warren?
with issues. Matt Duncan's on pit lane. Tim
Where's
Randolph also with the 60 with issues.
Where's
Oh,
75?
and
26
James Qualls in
blown
the
up.
26 is blown up.
Poor Qualls. Now where the hell is 75?
That is a good question, and I'm starting to fear where they're actually at based on what I'm seeing.
What?
They're scored 25th.
I don't think they're running 25th. I think they're higher than that.
Well, Cole Deaver has retired from the race, so
And that's AQ. Miracles and Jesus is alive.
Jack James now making the move on William Flickinger.
I can see the live firing of Raphael LeDuc from the Petty Enterprises building right now.
Well, LeDuc's going to be able to make the move. Oh! Robert tried to throw the block.
He tried. That car is too underfunded.
As meanwhile, Mark George, who is currently outside the transfer spots, makes the move on William Flickinger.
Someone else spun on turn 9.
Well, if they did, you will see it. Chris
Oh,
Luvier's
Louvier.
got damage in 43. As he's battling right now with JT Bryant. Bryant slides it through that corner.
Yeah, Jay. Remember, JT's locked in. He doesn't have to race Louvier this hard. He's just being a dick.
Well, to be fair, if he races in, well, I was going to say, if he races in and the 21 race in, then the 13 gets in on the winners. Well, if one of them races in, then the 13 is in.
Yeah, that's what he wants right there. There's a lot of everybody running side by side. I guess that little change helped the passing a little bit. And here comes the 01 car battling with the 82.
Steve Pollard. Well, Steve Pollard's Pretty Shaw has the position. Steve Pollard wants it. Meanwhile, Justin Shelton, Brian Hart also trying to go at it.
Brian Hart tried to throw the block on Jess. That was never going to work.
Well, it worked for now. Steve Pollard nearly to the back bumper of the 01.
No one in the pit wall yet. That's also very good as people sliding off the corner.
No one on pit lane that time around either.
That's good. Allie Nelson, the one of the career busts, the JD McDuffie of the series, trying to come up there and try to get to the front.
Well, currently in third, which is basically all she really needs in this one.
And based on yesterday, it's really glad Allie Nelson's even still in the series and 49 battling.
I'm trying to think of what you would mean by that because
I don't think we should talk about that live on the broadcast.
Either way, Duncan, Rowe, Ryan George, as it's going to be Duncan that runs wide, and Louvier going to take a spot away from the 42 at JT Bryant.
And hopefully JT doesn't take him out right there. That would not be good. JT is actually running all three series and making somebody very angry, but JT getting a lot of track time and experience.
I mean, I'll say this. I'm not angry about it. It's just I prefer.
I agree. As here comes one of the Dish Network pain in my ass cars battling the 88 car right here.
Will Hoyt, Zor line contact! And they say, well,
And the tires!
88 saved it, but Will Hoyt does not. Brian Hart in the wall.
Man, you're gonna have to. Man, he's gonna need a new reset or a new dish box right there after that.
So Brian Hart with issues on the final corner.
You know what this means? Go 75. Go.
Well, speaking of, there goes the 75. That will move him up to 21st spot.
Come on, if Robert makes this race, I'm gonna cry in the broadcast.
As
I don't even care if Steve Pollard goes off at this point. Just get Robert in.
Steve Pollard currently in 12th.
Steve, we're gonna rig the race like MWR. Steve, pull in the pits.
As right now, looks like Louvier going to try and make a move on the 08 car now.
Yep, Steve side by side with Jess, and that is not a car you want to block.
It definitely is not. Although pretty Shaw going to be able to make the move on JT Bryan up ahead of that battle.
Yep, as here comes the 01 car. Down the inside
There's
right here.
another battle
Whoa!
behind them.
This is not going to work. This might not work. Oh, Steve
It's
Punk
gonna
in
work.
the bumper.
And Zorline able to make the move on Adam McDowell. I wonder if McDowell just said, you know what? Take it.
Yeah. Whoa, JT almost in the death right there.
As that's going to open the door for Steve Pollard in the 82.
This race has been crazy. We tried to make it less crazy. It's getting more crazier.
Oh,
God.
Shelton to the back bumper of the 42.
Barely backed off. There.
Yeah, I know. We tried to make it less crazy, and I think we made it crazier.
That's not how it's supposed to work. If somebody went 20 feet deep in that corner. And Steve Pollard driving it deep, man.
Yeah, he is. And
He
that's
pressed
going to
foot
end
down.
up opening the door for Shelton, although that's not exactly where you want to be making that move.
He put the red foreign foot in the ass right there in the corner. Oh, God.
And Shelton going to be forced to go around the outside, and that's not going to work out well.
The real question is who's in the transfer spot?
Zorline now is going to take that spot away. Last time by, it was the 45 of Raphael Leduc.
And only 2 seconds back. It's the miracle, the myth, the man, the legend, Robert Paul. Let's go.
Meanwhile, there's the 28. Where's the 45?
Oh!
45
Did he
is
spin?
Pitt.
Well, yeah, he can't make it also, but you know, Seth Cole was able to still get a transfer spot, so we'll have to keep an eye on that.
So Bill Bragg Jr. now has caught the 40 of Ali Nelson, battle for third on the racetrack. So that's going to move Jack James into the transfer spot for the time being.
Now, if Robert makes it, that is not what somebody top 15 in the points wants to see at all.
Right now, Robert Pollard is 19th.
Yes, let's go. Mark George is calling it retirement right now because he's right behind Robert.
Although, to
no
be
wonder
fair,
Bryce Stewart.
I think if we look at where the 66 is, considering that one, it looks like he's poised to make a move on the 75.
Well, I'm going to tell you
Actually,
something.
he has made a move already. So
God damn it.
Mark George now up in the 19th.
No wonder why Tony Stewart's buying the 660. So it's been a crazy race so far, and like I said, we try to make it less crazy, like Charles said. But you know what? They're running more off the track, which is good for me, but not good for the cars wrecked, the team owners.
Ryan George now. Bill Bragg Jr. fell a little bit farther back from the third spot.
At least nobody's hit the pit wall.
That is true, that we know of.
Yeah, that we know of. That's very true too. Everybody a little bit, and here's the Speed Racer car.
Yeah. Chris Louvier trying to find a way around Mary Shelley right now. A little bit of damage still to that left side. We'll see if they have to end up fixing that when he comes in.
Most likely, which that's going to be a long stop for them. I love the white wheels too. That's a nice touch to the car.
Really is.
What do I say? White is tight.
Steve Pollard still holding up Jessica Shelton though in the 21.
And Steve is committing career suicide right now.
That might very well be. As we'll see what happens here through turn 5 this time, the double right-hander.
Yep, coming down there. JT's gonna get a
Shelton
little wide.
ends up running actually wide.
Yep, everybody but 17th is together. Then Jack James is 7 seconds back. Robert's 5 off of James and about 3 to Mark George.
As Kyle Matthews now up to the back bumper of the 8 of Samet Ozkan.
Yep, the 48, I believe, won the first DNQ race here a few seasons ago. Hasn't really done much since at Mosport, so we'll see what happens.
Well, I mean, you look at their history in the series.
It's pretty ironic. 5 championships in real life and can't do nothing, but the 13 Germain car who made 2 races, won a race.
True.
So everybody kind of strung out just a little bit, which we need 2 more cars to go off. But I digress, so we'll see what happens.
Well, to be fair, you also need a pit stop to go cleanly.
Well, the 75 has a developmental pit crew, so that's not going to go well.
True.
As Robert continues to lose time.
Looks like Louvier starting to fall back towards the 01 here.
Still a long way to go, still a lot of craziness, and I believe no winners are below the top 18 right now.
Correct. So currently, as they run right now, the 13 would make it in on the winner's row, and we would actually take an extra car in on points as they run. Currently, that would end up actually going to... Technically, it would go to the 15.
Yeah, if they needed it. And the 26 is out. We only got 24 cars left, so... oh, God.
Where is the 15? Oh, they're in 6, so they wouldn't even need it right now. But that would lock... Currently, as they run, the 15 would be locked in. Steve Pollard is on pit lane in the 82.
Yep, as we see pit strategy starting right here. Steve can make it to the end. The guy who do first pit can't.
Well, we don't believe they can, but it looks like Steve Pollard, the only driver to pit that time around. And Rob Evans is starting to catch the 2 of Isaac Flickinger.
Yeah, Rob Evans has been really quiet. He's missed a few races, but when he does, he's really competitive. So it looks like one of the competitive races for Evans.
And will he run wide? Is question a little bit.
Oh, but he's pushing it though.
But he has ran him down though from.
Get some draft in some sort of way.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's a big enough straight in the Mario Andretti straight to get some draft, but then this corner, this is where you got to brake and be careful.
Well, and to be fair, Rob Evans should know at this point Isaac Flickinger not going to have anything to battle for, so got to be really careful to. Well, that's one way to do it. Try and outsmart him.
Yep, if you can't beat him, outsmart him.
09-17, the 15 on pit lane that time around. 43 is also on pit lane. 01, 42, 21, 88 on pit lane.
28. What the 28? Yep. 66.
Mark George will also pit. And Marcus Ambrose currently in 21st after pitting on lap 1. He will pit.
With 75.
That makes me wonder if that was a penalty on lap 1.
That might have been.
That's the only thing I can think of, and I just don't know what the penalty would have been for.
Yeah, well, you know, of course, this is one of Kev's drivers, so of course he's going to get a penalty.
As Steve... Oh, trouble for the 8 on pit lane! Samet Ozkan has turned it around on pit lane.
Well, that's legal in real life, but not in the game.
You know what?
Will we get teleported?
Hey!
As he does get teleported, the question is, how far did he have to get teleported?
That means Robert Pollard needs one more car to wreck. Oh, wait, no, he's the leader.
Isaac Flickinger on pit lane. Ali Nelson will pit this time by. It looks like Ryan George and the rest of the field will pit.
31. And the 08. And that should be it.
I don't know what's going on with Matt Duncan. He was scored in 24th. 1 lap down. So I guess he already made his pit stop.
Robert, all he needs is one more spot.
As Rob Evans now looks like he might be able to inherit the race lead. He did beat the 82 off pit lane.
It's not really hard to do with that development of pit crew.
I said the 82.
Oh, well, yeah, the 82. Well, we might have the Bill Davis truck team pit crew.
As coming around, there's the 49, there's the 40. And the overcut gonna work this time.
It might be death overcut real quick. And oh god, they're sliding.
Although Evans gonna get the position off of Ali Nelson, so at least salvages second. But the overcut apparently working in this one.
Yeah, Ali Nelson and Baranowski's the female drivers been getting intimidated, so you know they got to up their game a little bit.
Ali Nelson third, Ryan George fourth, Bill Brack Jr. comes out of this fifth. Duncan is in sixth. Alexander Rowe all over him though, looking for that spot, is in seventh.
Yep, trying to get down the inside right here. He's just literally, you can reach out and touch the bumper. That's how close he was.
And Braddock actually going to grab the third spot away there.
Flag strike.
Or sorry, that's actually fourth. Sorry, Braddock grabs fourth away from Ryan George. Mary Shelley, Pretty Shaw. This is the battle for seventh. As let's see if Shaw is able to get around, and let's see if I'm actually correct on which battle this is. Sorry, it's the battle for 8th.
What?
And it looks like the 8 looks at the toe all the way around the track.
As Pretty Shaw, I think we've got connection back. I guess we lost it there for a moment.
We did.
As Pretty Shaw all over the back bumper of Mary Shelley for the 8th spot right now.
That's a family thing. If the 08 is 70 wreck, that's going to be a bad Thanksgiving.
Mary Shelley and Pretty Shaw.
Oh, man. I was getting tired. I thought that was a 78 car.
78 was in Duel 1.
Yep. And who's
And
in
again,
the transfer?
by the way, Pretty Shaw is also Smet Ozcon's driver.
Yeah, I fucked that up.
As in the transfer spot currently is the 77 of William Flickinger.
Yeah, I'm not really. Where's Robert running? Is he still 21st?
21st.
Yep. We
Smet
need a few more
Ozcon
cars.
has lost
to
a
wreck.
lap through whatever happened to him.
Oh, this might be what the extra car is. Oh, Jesus.
As JT Bryant all over the back bumper right now of Pretty Shaw for the 9th position. And
Yep,
Ozcon's still on pit lane.
Yeah, that's going to look like a house DNQ for Ozcon.
Correct. He would have had to race his way in. Adam McDowell now runs in 11th, though. Steve Pollard 12th. Zorline is 13th. Shelton 14th. Chris Louvier in 15th. Kyle Matthews currently in 16th. LeDuc is 17th after his way going around the pit cycle. And William Flickinger in 18th. 3 seconds up on the 66 of Mark George. And another 4 seconds back to the 28 of Jack James.
Well, it looks like the two cars got this pretty much heavily in stand. It's the best battle on the racetrack right here.
This is the battle for 4th between Bill Bragg Jr. and Ryan George. 49 does not have to race his way in. He is already locked in on points.
And that was a tough blow for Qualls because Qualls could miss this race if how things play out.
Correct. He would need 2 of the drivers in this duel to race their way in to be able to race to fall back on his points.
And where was Qualls? 13th points?
Well, Ozcon has rejoined the race. Qualls was 14th coming in.
Ooh, that's going to hurt.
Well, so right now we still would have 1 extra spot getting in on points, which would go down to the 15. And the 15 and the 49 currently are racing their way in. So that would put it down to the 26. Worth mentioning, Will Hoyt already will have to go back on his points. Jeffrey White, who is in, has to fall back on points, as well as Chris Wilson. As here comes Ryan George, going to make the move on the 17. Rowe might be able to make the move on the 31. It looks like he should be able to down this long back straightaway, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, down the inside right here with 15 on 31.
And will
Wall
Duncan give him room is the question.
Yep.
Twice.
Yeah, whoa.
Rowe, Duncan going at it. Duncan's going to slide wide. He keeps all the tires, though.
Barely missed the tires.
You need tires, you idiot.
And that might open the door for Mary Shelley in a battle for 7th.
Yep, and like we seen the other one, where does pit stop become a factor?
As, yeah, we're having some connection issues, it sounds like.
Yeah, you know, we got somebody from California and someone from Massachusetts. That's going to be a little difficult.
So right now, 08, right now the 08 49 are racing their way in, which would push it down a couple extra spots. So right now, as well as the 15 is looking like they might race their way in. So it looks like the 12, 26, and 7 might be the final couple spots to get in on points.
Dylan Young, another house call for him. Looks like LaPlante's definitely going to the house, it looks like. A tough break for Commons.
Yeah, I was going to say, in regards to Duel 1, who's not good or
It looks
and
like
he basically answered the question right there.
yeah, it looks like
But
it's not looking good for Brock, Commons, LaPlante.
Mark Zambros.
Doesn't look like it's looking good for the 24 of Dylan Young. The 60 of Tim Randolph doesn't look too comfortable right now.
And Matt Duncan going for his 7th DNQ in 9 races in 8 races. Ouch.
Yeah, 6 isn't looking good. They had to race their way in. They're 23rd right now.
Correct my language. It's 4 out of 7, but this would be 5 out of 8. So that's not really anything to hold their heads up on.
Yeah, it's definitely been a rough go of things right now. As Steve Pollard trying to catch up to Adam McDowell right now. This would be a battle for 11th should he be able to get there.
Well, if Robert can't make the field, at least this is his best DNQ finish of this, not DNQ, the best dual finish of the year. Is right here. Comes Steve on the inside here.
And 82 is going to battle with 44. The 43 is going to have a contest with the 88 here.
Yep, down the inside right here. A little bit of a little rubbing right there. As here he comes back to the inside. Can't Steve get to there. Don't wreck, guys.
Chris Lugier going to be on the inside now of Zorline, though, as they go into the S's.
Yeah, leader is still getting the white flag. Zorline!
Contact between the 43 and the 88.
Don't be a retard. Oh.
And Zorline going to be out wide. He's in the grass. Oh, Kyle Matthews hard.
What? That's so boneheaded. What a
And
bonehead
the 48's on
48's
pit
to the
lane.
outside fence.
What a bonehead move. What a bonehead move.
And that's going to put the 88 up a
That's
spot.
17.
Yes, 17's on pit road. What? Oh my God, Robert's gonna make it.
And, well, I mean, this
Yes,
now
yeah.
just became the battle for the transfer spot between William Flickinger and Mark George.
No, 48, 88 are out. The 17's on pit lane. Robert's 21st.
No, the 88's not out.
Oh, he survived. Damn it.
Yeah, he still needs to go around the track again. And his
Well,
pit
right
stall's
now,
before.
Jack James is going to have to try and
Or
catch
after,
the 66.
Sorry.
Mark George right now has the final transfer spot.
Oh my Lord, Kyle.
But here comes the 28.
Let me tell you something. Henrik struggles this year with teammates. It's been pretty bad here with it.
As here comes the 28. It's Isaac Flickinger who wins the duel. But this is the battle for the transfer spot right here between the 28 and the 66.
28 didn't lift. Paul's keeping. If they wreck it, Robert makes it, I'm gonna cry. Here he comes. No lifted, guys.
And Jack James going to grab the spot for now.
66, throw it in there.
Around the outside, not going to get there. Jack James takes home the final transfer spot. No, sorry, it's Mark George still. What?
Never mind.
Robert 19. Ah, shit.
How did the 66 end up 18th?
I don't know. Aw, man, God, can the 88 get black flag for rough driving?
As the drivers who will advance out of the duel are Isaac Flickinger, Rob Evans, Ali Nelson, Ryan George, Alexander Rowe, William Duncan, Mary Shelley, Pretty Shaw, JT Bryant, and Adam McDowell, the top 10.
Steve Pollard failed post-race
Pollard
deck.
11th. Chris Lugier, Jessica Shelton, Raphael Leduc, Jonathan Zorline, William Flickinger, Jack James, and Mark George does race his way in, which does mean we will take 7 cars in on points out of this one.
The 66 cut the course. Robert Pollard's 5-second penalty.
You realize 5-second penalty still puts him in front of the 75, right?
God damn it.
A 5-second penalty would make it 36.325 to Pollard's 37.533.
You never
Yeah.
made half, were you?
No, 82 failed post-race deck. 75's in.
It's a nice try. It ain't helping. It ain't working. As Matt Duncan ends up 1 lap down, Ozcon 3 down. Kyle Matthews, a heartbreaking way to DNQ this one.
Henrik is going to have more quarrels right now. And Tim Randolph, the struggles continue.
As 60 will also, it looks like they will DNQ. It's not for certain, but I think
Marcus Ambrose is going to the house for certain.
well, I won't painstake you guys with having to worry about who's in and who's out. You'll see the starting lineup after we get done here. Steven, Austin, your final thoughts on the duels?
Insanity. We saw a lot of crashes. We tried to fix it, and it was still crazier. Robert Pollard almost did it. I'm so crying that we cannot find a way to get him in the field. But tough break for the 60. Another bad race. 48 and the 6 are going to go on their 5th DNQ of the season, it looks like. And Henrik Motorsports, they have a lot of turmoil to fix. But it's going to be a long-ass race. So get the popcorn, the lawn chairs, and some sleeping bags to see the end of this race. But don't forget the finish. It might be good.
Well, I'll be honest. The Cup race itself, we might end up doing more of a highlight themed package. We'll see what happens.
And you might have to wake me up at the end of it.
I don't think you'll have to wake you up at the end of it. We'll see. If not, I mean, we'll just call it like normal and no worries.
Wow.
So,
As
Austin, your final thoughts?
Yeah. Again, I exist. As for me, well, we just figured two things that I thought turns 5A and B will probably be more exciting. Not as much as I thought. It's mainly going to be the end of the S's in turn 9, and especially turn 10, as we started basically at the end of this race. Two important spots when it comes to the race.
And so
I'm hearing the 88 to the tail end of the field.
It's probably going to be a backup car, but they'll just start out at the back of the field. Well, if we can get that to work. We've had some issues trying to get the go to the rear of the field to work like we want to as well. But with that, congrats to Isaac Flickinger and
We failed.
I'm trying to remember.
Henry
My memory
Williams,
is terrible.
Max
Yep.
Anderson.
Congrats to Isaac Flickinger and Henry Williams on winning their duels. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't today for more gaming and racing related content. For Austin the Plan, Steven Paul III, I'm Gordon Fan 10-1, and this has been a production of the NRSL. We'll see you guys next time.
See you next time. Robert got screwed.